Everybody, thanks for joining me again, Mrs. Real Ale Guide, as you probably know. Today I'm going to do something really different because it's not even a beer. A few nights ago, in the height of my internet analness, we didn't have it, for example, for the first time in about 6 years, I tried a cider. I hadn't had a cider for so long because as a youth I would drink cheap cider, high amounts of cheap cider, and well, you can imagine the rest. So for example, I've never had a Magners, I've never had a Bulmers, and yeah, okay, they're these mass-produced ciders anyway. But they came after, or they'd probably be out actually. But anyway, I've never had any of those ciders, and I've never had a craft cider until this was brought to my attention the other day, just the other day. It's the Commando Hoofing cider. So, it's obviously Commando Hoofing, as you know, is from Cotleigh. But the cider is Sheppys, finest Somerset ciders. So I guess they've clubbed together and they've come up with this, the Commando Hoofing cider. Now I'm not sure if you're actually supposed to drink it with the Commando Hoofing, which I've never had. I probably should have had that first, but never mind. All I can say is that I was blown away by this cider. The first cider I've had in 6 years, and it was just amazing, and I really wanted to share that with you. And I know I've had it before, which all the reviews I've ever done, it's the first time I've tried it, so it's a little bit different today. I'm gonna get it open. Yeah, when I was like my late teens, early 20s, my group of friends, we would go out. But beforehand you buy, it's terrible, it really is terrible, but you'd buy a 2 litre bottle of the cheapest possible cider you could possibly get, and you'd be lucky if you made it to the club. But that's the wrong word, but thankfully I do feel that I've grown out of that. So I was saying that I've grown out of drinking bad alcohol, too much of it. We won't talk any more about that. Right, so I've also got this glass here, the Commando Hoofing glass from Cotleigh. And I've got this lovely, lovely cider. So I'm going to give it a pour. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I know absolutely nothing about cider. What's that you say? I know nothing about beer either. Thanks, guys. Anyway, wow, look at that. It's really, really fizzy. Look at the colour. It's really clear. And it smells. It still makes me, the hairs on my back of my neck tingle a little bit, because, the memories and all that. But in there I can smell apple. To me it smells like alcoholic apple juice, which is it's what I love about this, but I shouldn't tell you that yet. What am I like? Oh yeah. Oh, it just smells really good, it really does. Now it's 4.5% ABV, so let's give it a taste. It's just so good. I never ever thought I'd be able to drink cider and enjoy it, but wow. It's like It is like alcoholic apple juice. It's so sweet. No, it's just sweet enough. It's really tastily sweet. Carbonation on your tongue is fantastic. It's refreshing. It's so tasty. Oh, pardon me. It's one that's going to make you burp. I think cider does. But I had to share that with you because it was just awesome. On the bottle here, Commando Hoofing cider has been created to complement Commando Hoofing beer by Cotleigh Brewery. 5p from every pint is sold, supports the Royal Marines family charity Go Commando. It's a charity number. And it's Sheppy's finest Somerset Ciders Commando Hoofing cider is a pale, refreshing cider made from the finest English apples. It's absolutely amazing. It tastes so good. And yeah, it does say on here that it's to complement it. That's my bad, as they say. So I'm going to go now and go and enjoy this because it's absolutely lovely. It's the first ever cider review I do. I don't know if I'll ever do any more, but I just felt that I had to share it with everyone. So, cheers. Oh, if you like cider, you're going to love it. If you can get one, I would. I really would. A friend of mine really likes cider, and I said to her, Lind, you should get one of those. And she said, have you got one? So I didn't answer because I knew I wanted to review that. Sorry, Lind. Anyway, that's all from me. Thank you all for joining me. Check out my pages, Twitter, Facebook. You should be able to find me, Mrs. Real Ale Guide or Mrs. Real Ale on Facebook. You get to my page. Search for Mrs. Real Ale Guide on Facebook and you'll get me as a friend. So up to you which one you go for. Leave your comments. As I said, this is probably going to be the most boring cider review ever because I don't know anything about cider. I just know that cider tastes good. Cheers. Turn it off now. Bye.